I had an incident. We went on vacation last week. Before we went, we were taking the minivan, and I had driven it just a couple of times recently, and I kept hearing something rolling around in the back. I thought it was golf clubs or something. But my wife said, go take the van to get it cleaned up. I want it nice and clean before we go off to the beach, and I want you to clean it when we come back as well. So I went to
the rare double clean.
The double clean. So I went to one of those things you always tell me about.
A car wash?
Yes, yes. You go more frequently.
I do.
I haven't
been. Cars go in dirty and come out clean.
It's amazing.
I have no idea what the Gregorian calendar would say last time I went into a car wash. But anyway, I was there, and I kept hearing it roll around and stuff. And as I went to Auto Bell. I had a gift card for an Auto Bell, probably that had been given to me.
Oh, I'm sure. By accident.
Years ago.
Was that the 10 years ago I gave you that?
Probably so.
That had to be. I mean, where would you come across an Auto Bell? Yeah. You wouldn't buy it.
No. It was a gift.
Oh, they have no expiration date. Okay.
Had their old logo on it.
That'll teach them.
Yeah.
You go there and it's moved.
Yeah, it's a different... Yeah, but I went and it said, you go through it. And I hadn't been through in so long. I didn't know the protocol, but it said stop here and clean out the items in your car. Okay. So I went around to the back to see what was rolling around in the back of the van. Well, it turned out it was a planter that had tipped over, that had been full of dirt.
Oh.
And there was dirt, probably an inch of dirt.
Rolled out.
Yeah, all over the back of that van.
I can't remember the back of your van. Is it carpeted or is it just...
Well, you can do it either way, but in this case, the seats were down, so it was carpeted. Yes, so it's carpet all over, and there's dirt.
And it's not one of those mats you can just take out.
No. It was like potting soil everywhere. But I was in line. I was like, oh, my God.
Who had that van up on two wheels?
That was my fault. Because we were moving. We moved, and so we took a planter from the old house to the new house, and I had completely forgotten about it. And I guess I took her up on a couple of wheels.
Low riding.
I guess so.
Like a tight corner?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I cleaned that out. I found an old pair of jeans that I also cleaned out of there and everything. But I got the planter out. I put everything that I had in there, change and whatnot, and masks, and in the planter, and hobbled across the parking lot with it. And then I told the guy that I had a gift card, and B, there's a little bit of dirt in the back. And he's like, all right, we'll take care of it for you. And so...
hold the line.
Yeah.
Well, then, I told him that right at the beginning. It's an automated car wash. And I started to get out of the car, and he's like, get back in the car. I don't know.
Yeah, protocols are they've changed.
This has changed since the last time I went in. He's like, you stay in the car and put the car in neutral. And I was like, oh, what? And, then I had to drive up on a track, and they're like,
which one's neutral?
Yeah.
They're doing this.
Yeah, they're like,
I hate that.
Left, right, left.
Like, yes, and
is that my adjective?
And I got in there, and you go through now in the car.
That's right.
In the car. And the soap was coming at me and everything, and you do it. And then you get to the end, and I didn't know when to go. There's a red light, yellow light, green light, and I didn't even see that. I was just like sitting there, on my phone or whatever. And
traffic jam behind you.
Yes, and behind me, they're like, you have to go. You have to go now. They finally got me. Well, so I get out, and I go and sit on a wall over there, and then the guy comes to...
You're on the brick wall?
Yeah. On the brick wall, and the guy comes to wipe it off and vacuum it out. And I watched him, because I knew that eventually he's going to get to that back, and there was going to be a...
Did he stand back and look at it, put his hands on his hips?
That's exactly what he looked like.
Called another attendant over to look at it with him?
That's exactly what he did.
Look at this. How are
we
we going to handle this?
He opened it up, and he looked at it, and he looked around, and he pointed. And the other guy, who I assume was boss, was like, well, you got to do it. And
sorry.
The hand motions between those two. And it was hot, and I was like, oh, boy, I have just absolutely screwed this up.
Well, now, I don't want to be impolite, but I hope you tipped generously.
Well, that's the right thing to do.
You've got to slip him a quarter.
I only have $1. I didn't know it'd be two of you, so